Today I messed up by wearing a butt plug to the airport. Okay, this literally happened this morning and I am mortified. Last week I booked a flight to see my boyfriend who lives 3 hours away. I don't drive at the moment, so I decided to take a flight as it's only 40 minutes or so. We haven't seen each other for 3 months because of COVID, so we were both very excited. Now, to spice things up a little, I decided I will wear lingerie under my regular clothes, as he lives only 10 minutes away from the airport and I thought I could surprise him straight away. I also decided to spice things up a little and wear a butt plug, not even thinking about it, so I put it in right before leaving for the airport. I'm gonna spare you the details, but it's a small one, so easy to go along your day with. Now, I get to the airport, and while I'm going through the security the thing beeps, which isn't a surprise since I'm wearing light jewelry, so I didn't think much of it. The woman tells me to step aside and she's just checking my pockets, etc. I take off all my jewelry and try again, but the thing is still beeping, and now, I'm only wearing sweatpants, a hoodie, and lingerie with no extra details. So I'm standing there when the woman tells me to go on to an expectation into one of those machine X-ray type things, when to my horror I remember I'm wearing a butt plug with a huge jewel, which I completely forgot about. At this stage I am mortified and tell the woman what's going on. Luckily she just laughed it off and let me go. I have never been this embarrassed. Too long. Didn't read. I wore a butt plug to the airport and got stopped. Edit, for everyone asking how I could have forgotten, it's there. It's not that I forgot that it was there or I didn't feel it was still there, I just got used to the feeling and my mind wasn't on that when I was entering the security. Today I messed up by remembering a regular's order. Obligatory on mobile warning. I work at a popular coffee shop in Canada and have been for the last 2 years. Most customers who come here a lot don't have to order because we already know it. One guy who comes in orders something distinct and was very nice to me when I first started. His order was the first I memorized. For example, he orders a large and a medium coffee, but sometimes would just get the large. He came in today for the first time since I started working again from quarantine. I told his order to the girl working the counter with me, listing the large and medium coffees, but he ended up just getting the large. Afterwards, my manager told me he wasn't getting the medium anymore because it was his wife's order and she had passed away. Too long. Didn't read. I put in the coffee order for a regular that included his deceased wife's regular drink. Today I messed up by misusing a whiteboard for 1.5 years. I bought a whiteboard when I moved into my new and current house. This was supposed to be the ultimate pièce de résistance to my awesome new home office. It took a few months to ship, and when it finally did, I was pretty unhappy with it. First of all, there was this big crack behind it, bending the metal in an unsatisfying way, but it wasn't that noticeable, so I didn't bother sending it back. The worst, though, was that it was near impossible to write on it without leaving ghost marks. And you can forget about letting some writing on it more than 24 hours. As a result, I wound up not using it for most of the last year. Basically, his only purpose was as a magnet holder, when it should have been used for so many different projects. Today, as I finally had some free time, I looked into the process of cleaning my whiteboard and making it more usable. As I applied some store-bought cleaner, I found this small tear in some kind of plastic coating. I freaked out, ripped it all out, and came to the horrifying conclusion that I spent 1.5 years writing on plastic. I now have a brand new, unused board that has been sitting in my office. Too long. Didn't read, bought a whiteboard, forgot to take the plastic layer off, and took way too long to figure it out. Today I messed up by telling my dentist Joe Biden won the election. Edit, I spoke up and got more numbing agent after like 2 minutes. It's in the other edit, but I'm putting this up here for visibility since it's come up in a lot of messages. Also, all y'all getting political and sending angry PMs, chill. I have been following the election all day, every day, waiting for a victory announcement. I had an appointment this morning to get a filling replaced, and of course, the second I leave my apartment the fireworks and cheering start, so I check my phone and lo and behold, Biden has claimed Pennsylvania. Anyway, I finish my walk to the dentist's office, I'm in the chair, and the dentist and his assistant come in. I just say, it looks like they've called the election for Biden with no indication of preference one way or another. I was going to mention how I missed the news announcement and leave it at that. Instead, as soon as I mention it, the dentist gets a look of total defeat on his face and then starts going off, calmly, about how the machines were having errors in me, fake ballots, voter fraud, and having to recount all the states or something. At this point he has proceeded to drill my mouth, not fully numb, terrified and in pain. I've never been more scared in my life, worried that I upset the guy working on my mouth. Edited again for clarity, too long. Didn't read. I upset my dentist right before a filling by telling him Biden won the election. It hurt. Edit, so this exploded. Also, I just want to add, based on a lot of the comments, the dentist was never angry or malicious. They were just calmly explaining their theories while operating, to the assistant. Definitely distracted, which is why I think I didn't get enough numbing agent at first, but nothing to file any complaints about. I also asked for more numbing agent after a few minuets and things were fine after that.